Alright, so the next word we're going to talk about, the word velocity. We just finished up talking about speed. If you remember, the definition of speed was distance divided by time. Velocity actually has several definitions. The first definition we're going to use is we're going to say velocity is equal to the change in an object's position divided by time. Okay? So when we're referring to the velocity of an object, we're referring to its change in position and how much time it takes for that object to change its position. Now, the other way that that's expressed is, or you may see this in a book, is that it's the change in position divided by the change in time. Now, we do this because we can use a calculus trick to say that we've got a derivation there. If you treat the initial time to be equal to 0, then this definition is just as valid as this definition. So, first definition for velocity is the change in position over time, or sometimes it's expressed as the change in position over the change in time. Remember that delta function is referring to the change. The other definition that's used is not really a different definition. It's displacement divided by time, or we can say displacement divided by the change in time. Both of those definitions are valid. I haven't really changed anything about the definition of velocity. If you remember when we talked about the mathematical definition of displacement, it was nothing more than the change in position. So we're not changing that definition, whether we're using this one or that one. Another definition that's only right some of the time is speed with direction. This is only valid some of the time. When we're referring to speed with direction, we're actually referring to a very specific speed, not some other speeds. Okay, so we've got to be careful with that definition. It's not always true. In every case, this definition and that definition are true. So that's velocity. Those are our two terms we're going to talk about when we're talking about the rate of motion. What I want you to do really quick is talk about how velocity and we've got two words here. We've got speed and we got velocity. What I want you to do is to figure out which one's a scalar and which one's a vector. Is velocity scalar or a vector? Is speed a scalar or a vector?